Hello and welcome to the first video in the tutoring video series for Analytical Physics 1, Physics 150. This is a tutoring series provided by the Raritan Valley Community College Tutoring Center. So the first chapter we're going to be looking at understanding units and conversions, and we're just going to begin looking at some problems. So the first question says, hydraulic engineers in the United States often use as a unit of volume of water the acre-foot, defined as the volume of water that will cover 1 acre of land to a depth of 1 foot. So a severe thunderstorm dumped 2 inches of rain in 30 minutes on a town of area 26 kilometers squared. What volume of water in acre-feet fell on the town? So the first piece of information that we need to understand in order to begin to solve this problem is we need to understand the concept of the acre foot. And so they tell us here that the acre foot is a measure of volume. And so we know that a volume is a three-dimensional shape. So we could think of our acre foot as being 1 acre as a base, and then it's going to have a height of 1 foot, essentially. So we could think of it as a cube where the base has a area of 1 acre and it has a height of 1 foot. So the total volume of the cube is going to equal 1 acre foot, and that's what an acre foot means. So now that we know what an acre foot refers to, we need to also know how to convert the unit of area that we're given, which is 26 kilometers squared. We have to be able to put that into terms of acres. So here we have the conversion to relate square kilometers and acres. So 1 square kilometer is equal to 247 acres. And so we're going to use that to convert our 26 kilometers into acres. So if we want to set up a conversion factor to convert 26 kilometers squared into acres, we want to get to acres. So we have to set up a conversion factor that's going to get rid of our kilometers squared and turn them into acres. And so the way we do that is we look at the units that we have here and the units that we have here, and we identify which units we have on the top and the bottom of the fraction. So here we have kilometers squared, and we need to get rid of that because our answer is not going to have any kilometers squared in it. Our answer only has acres. So by putting kilometers squared on the bottom of the fraction, we will be able to cancel out the unit of kilometers squared. And so therefore, the unit that must go on the top is going to be the acre, because that's what we want to have left after we cancel our kilometers squared out. And so all we have to do is fill in the numbers that correspond to each of our units here. So 1 kilometer squared is equal to 247.105 acres. And so this is our conversion factor inside the brackets here. And we can see that if we look at the units, our kilometers squared, since we have kilometers squared over kilometers squared, they're going to cancel out, and we're just going to be left with the unit of acres, which is what we said we wanted. So Now all that's left is to do 26 times 247.105. And that is going to be equal to 6,424.73 acres. So now that we know how many acres we have, we next want to figure out how many feet of water were dumped on this area. So we can set up another conversion factor that says 2 inches. And here's our conversion factor. And we want to convert inches into feet. So we have to know how many inches are in a foot. Same as in the previous problem, inches are the unit in the numerator of the term here. There's nothing in the denominator, so we need to put inches on the bottom of our conversion factor so that we can cancel out inches and inches. And again, we're going to have feet on the top because that's the unit that we want to get to. So in 1 foot, we have 12 inches. And so if we cancel out our units, our inches and our inches cancel out, and we're left with just 2 over 12 feet, or we could say 1/6 of a foot. Now, referring back to our definition of the acre foot, we can see that the acre foot is a volume that is a base of 1 acre multiplied by a height of 1 foot. So that's the V equals area times height. Or we could think of it as a length and a width, but the length and the width are both encompassed in the acre. So now we want to find what this volume is, and so V volume is equal to our acres times our feet. So 6,424.73 times 1/6, and let's include the units here. So we have acres times 6 of a foot, and so we're going to multiply 6,400 by 1/6, and that is 1,070.79. And then we also need to multiply our two units together, and that's going to be the unit of the acre foot. And that's all we have to do for this problem. So the answer to the question, what volume of water in acre feet fell on the town? We have 1,070.79 acre feet of water.